High on a hill in the Burgundy region of France, the village of Vézelay watches over the rolling countryside. Crowning this charming village is the magnificent Basilique Sainte-Marie-Madeleine, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Vézelay, once a humble Benedictine abbey, became a key departure point for the Crusades. Today, the village and its basilica remain a beacon of history, architecture, and spirituality. Visitors from around the globe make the climb up the hill, following in the footsteps of countless pilgrims before them. The surrounding vineyards and patchwork fields stretch out below, a tapestry of greens and browns. The grandeur of its Romanesque architecture is immediately apparent. Vézelay's fame rests not only on its beauty, but also on its relics. The basilica is said to house the remains of Mary Magdalene, making it a significant pilgrimage site. During the Middle Ages, it was a major stop on the Camino de Santiago. Thousands of pilgrims seeking spiritual solace or atonement would pass through Vézelay on their way to Santiago de Compostela in Spain. The basilica became a crucible of cultures, a place where stories were shared and bonds were forged. It was here that Bernard of Clairvaux preached the Second Crusade in 1146. Richard the Lionheart and Philip Augustus met here before embarking on the Third Crusade. Vézelay is a place where history comes alive, transporting you back to a pivotal moment in time. The story of Vézelay Abbey begins in the 9th century, a time of Viking raids and political instability. In 858, a Benedictine monk named Badilo founded a monastery on the hilltop. Seeking refuge from the turmoil of the outside world, these monks sought to create a place of prayer and contemplation. Life in the early abbey revolved around prayer, scholarship, and manual labor. Despite its humble origins, Vézelay Abbey was destined for greatness. Little by little, the abbey grew, its walls echoing with the prayers of the faithful. The abbey's fortunes took a dramatic turn in the 11th century, with the discovery of relics attributed to Mary Magdalene. News of the relics spread like wildfire, drawing pilgrims from across Europe. Vézelay became a major pilgrimage destination, rivaling even Rome and Jerusalem in its popularity. This influx of pilgrims brought not only spiritual devotion, but also economic prosperity. Skilled craftsmen and laborers were employed, transforming the abbey into the architectural marvel we see today. Vézelay became a center of learning and culture, attracting scholars, artists, and poets. The 12th century marked a turning point in Vézelay's history with the dawn of the Crusades. In 1095, Pope Urban II launched the First Crusade, calling upon Christians to reclaim the Holy Land from Muslim rule. Vézelay, with its reputation for piety and its association with Mary Magdalene, became a natural rallying point for these religious warriors. Bernard of Clairvaux chose Vézelay as the setting for his impassioned sermon, calling for the Second Crusade. Richard the Lionheart and Philip Augustus both chose Vézelay as their meeting point before embarking on the Third Crusade. The abbey, once a haven of peace, was now deeply entwined with the turbulent politics and bloody conflicts of the age. Vézelay stands as a masterpiece of Romanesque architecture, a style that dominated Europe in the 11th and 12th centuries. Characterized by its massive scale, rounded arches, and sturdy pillars, Romanesque architecture evokes a sense of solidity and permanence. Vézelay's basilica, with its harmonious proportions and intricate carvings, is a prime example of this architectural style at its finest. The basilica's exterior is both imposing and inviting. The facade is divided into 3 levels, each adorned with elaborate carvings depicting biblical scenes and mythical creatures. The basilica's central portal, known as the tympanum, is a masterpiece of Romanesque sculpture. Stepping through the central portal, visitors enter the Narthex, a large vaulted space that serves as a transition between the outside world and the sacred interior of the basilica. The Narthex at Vézelay is a masterpiece in its own right, a symphony in stone that dazzles the eye and stirs the soul. Light streams through the windows of the Narthex, illuminating the space with a warm ethereal glow. The play of light and shadow enhances the three-dimensionality of the carvings, bringing the biblical stories to life. Each capital is a work of art, a testament to the human spirit's capacity for beauty and creativity. During the Middle Ages, it served as a gathering place for pilgrims, a place where they could rest, pray, and prepare themselves spiritually for the journey ahead. From the Narthex, one enters the nave, the central aisle of the basilica. The nave at Vézelay is a masterpiece of Romanesque grandeur, its soaring arches and massive pillars creating a sense of awe-inspiring spaciousness. The nave is designed to draw the eye upward, toward the heavens, symbolizing the soul's ascent to God. The walls above the arches are pierced by clerestory windows, allowing light to flood into the space, illuminating the interior with a soft, ethereal glow. Barrel vaults, constructed of carefully fitted stone blocks, span the width of the nave, creating a sense of immense strength and stability. These vaults, a marvel of medieval engineering, allowed for the construction of large, open spaces without the need for massive supporting walls. The spirit of pilgrimage is deeply woven into the very fabric of Vézelay. For centuries, the faithful have made their way to this hilltop town, drawn by the allure of Mary Magdalene's relics and the promise of spiritual renewal. The journey itself, often arduous and fraught with challenges, was seen as an integral part of the pilgrimage experience. They came from all walks of life, peasants and nobles, merchants and artisans, united by their faith and their yearning for something beyond the mundane. Upon reaching Vézelay, the weary travelers would first catch their breath on the plain below, gazing up at the magnificent basilica that crowned the hilltop. Then, with renewed vigor, they would begin the final ascent, their footsteps echoing the countless prayers whispered on those same stones for generations. The fervor of the Crusades may have faded, but Vézelay's spiritual significance endures. The basilica still serves as a place of worship, its walls echoing with the prayers of present-day pilgrims and visitors from around the world. While the relics of Mary Magdalene remain a powerful draw, many are drawn to Vézelay by a more personal sense of pilgrimage. They come seeking solace, inspiration, or simply a moment of quiet reflection amidst the chaos of modern life. Vézelay also remains a vibrant center of religious life. Throughout the year, the basilica hosts religious services, pilgrimages, and cultural events that draw visitors from far and wide. Over the centuries, Vézelay has accumulated a rich tapestry of local legends and traditions, adding to its mystique and allure. One such legend tells of a miraculous spring that sprung forth from the ground where Mary Magdalene's relics were first discovered. Another legend speaks of a secret tunnel that connects the basilica to the nearby village of Saint-Père-sous-Vézelay. Whether true or not, such legends add an air of intrigue and mystery to Vézelay, inviting visitors to imagine the secrets hidden within its ancient walls. Local artisans create pottery, jewelry, and other crafts, often incorporating traditional designs and motifs. The surrounding vineyards produce world-renowned wines, their flavors reflecting the unique terroir of the region. Vézelay's significance extends far beyond the borders of France. In 1979, UNESCO designated Vézelay, including the basilica and the hill upon which it stands, as a World Heritage Site. This prestigious designation recognizes Vézelay's outstanding universal value and its importance to the collective heritage of humanity. Becoming a World Heritage Site is not merely an honor, it comes with responsibilities. It means that France has committed to protecting and preserving Vézelay for future generations. UNESCO recognized its historical role as a major center of pilgrimage and its close association with the Crusades. To be included on the World Heritage List, sites must meet at least one of 10 selection criteria. Vézelay met several of these criteria, underscoring its exceptional value. One key criterion was its representation of a masterpiece of human creative genius. The basilica, with its harmonious proportions, intricate carvings, and innovative architectural techniques, is a testament to the skill and artistry of its medieval builders. Another criterion met by Vézelay was its exhibition of an important interchange of human values. As a major pilgrimage destination, Vézelay attracted people from across Europe, fostering cultural exchange and the dissemination of ideas. The basilica's carvings, depicting scenes from the Bible and classical mythology, reflect this fusion of influences, showcasing the interplay between different cultural and artistic traditions. Vézelay also met the criterion of bearing a unique or exceptional testimony to a cultural tradition or to a civilization which is living or which has disappeared. As a center of Benedictine monasticism, Vézelay played a key role in the spiritual and cultural life of medieval Europe. The basilica's architecture, art, and liturgical practices reflect this rich monastic heritage, offering a glimpse into a world shaped by faith and devotion. The UNESCO designation brought with it a commitment to safeguard Vézelay's heritage. France, as the responsible state party, is obligated to protect and conserve the site for present and future generations to enjoy. This involves implementing management plans, regulating tourism, and conducting regular monitoring to ensure the long-term preservation of the site's authenticity and integrity. Preservation efforts focus on a range of areas, from maintaining the structural integrity of the basilica to protecting the surrounding landscape from inappropriate development. Restoration work is carried out with meticulous care, using traditional techniques and materials whenever possible. Archaeological excavations are conducted periodically, shedding new light on the site's long and complex history. The local community is actively involved in the preservation of Vézelay. Residents take pride in their heritage and are committed to ensuring that the site remains a source of inspiration and wonder for generations to come. They understand that preserving Vézelay is not just about safeguarding stones and mortar. It's about keeping alive a spirit, a legacy that transcends time and place. Arriving in Vézelay is like stepping back in time. The village, perched high on its hilltop, has retained its medieval charm. Cobblestone streets wind past honey-colored stone houses. The air hums with a palpable sense of history. Begin your exploration in the lower village with quaint shops and cafes. Take your time, soaking up the atmosphere. Pause to admire the intricate details of the architecture. The ascent to the basilica is a pilgrimage in itself. As you climb, the views become increasingly breathtaking. Upon reaching the basilica, take a moment to stand in awe. Let your gaze sweep over the grandeur of its facade. Step inside, and you'll be enveloped by serenity and grandeur. Before leaving, experience the magic of the basilica at sunset. As you descend the hill, leaving the silhouette of Vézelay behind, a sense of peace washes over you. The village, with its magnificent basilica and rich history, has a way of staying with you. The echoes of pilgrim footsteps, the whispers of ancient prayers, the scent of incense and old stone. These memories linger, a reminder of the enduring spirit of this sacred place.